Good afternoon, Easton. This is the Shoveltown Scoop, Easton's news program brought to you by ECAT. I'm Carrie Rapolo. Today is Wednesday, September 30th, 2015. We are going to kick off today's program with a notice from the Easton Public Schools. The school committee meeting that was scheduled for October 1st has moved to October 8th. The schools also have a new website. If you'd like to take a look, you can go to easton.k12.ma.us. And I think they look pretty good, so go ahead and check them out. Their schedules are up there, calendars, and a link to all the schools. The Town of Easton Department of Public Works is accepting applications for snow plowing contractors for the 2015 and 2016 winter season. You can pick those up, the application up at the DPW at 130 Center Street, or go to easton.ma.us to download the application and for more information on rates and regulations. The phone number for the DPW is listed here if you have any questions for them. All right, so sign-ups for the Fall Department of Recreation programs are going on. Deadlines are for tomorrow, October 1st. You can head on over to the town's website for more information on those programs and sign your kids up for some nice courses or lessons. All right, and today is the deadline for the nominations for the Green Communities Committee. If you know someone in Easton that is working hard to make a green difference in our town, you can send in your nominations for those with the best sustainability practices. It can be a business person or a resident, a school administrator, teacher and student or student group, and you have until 4:30 today to get those into the town offices and over to Connor Reed. And as a quick public service announcement to the community, with the holidays quickly approaching, the Easton Food Pantry would like to remind people that they are always accepting non-perishable food items and are currently in need. If you'd like to drop off any of those items, you can head over to the town offices, which are located at 136 Elm Street, or you can go to any of the drop-off locations, which are listed here. That's for Shaw's and Hannaford's, Roach Brothers, any Bank of Easton location, and the Farmers Market on Saturdays. You can go to eastonfoodpantry.org and you can see what they are in need of, or you can give them a call at 508-230-0670 and talk to our friend Ken Woods. All right, so on to Town Hall news. Monday the 28th saw 3 meetings at the which was the Conservation Commission, Board of Assessors, and the Planning and Zoning Board. At the Planning and Zoning Board meeting, one topic of discussion was the downtown parking study and current potential requirements in zoning area. There are constraints within the current zoning laws, and the Planning and Zoning Board are hoping that the outcome of the parking study will enable them to revamp the bylaws and loosen the requirements for business owners about those parking issues. Here is a video clip of Chairman Greg Strange speaking about that.
Like, the parking study is going to possibly, anyways, recommend solutions. So we as a town may decide to go in a direction with some of these solutions. So that may cause us to revamp this once we know what those solutions are, right? But now that we don't, kind of what you were all saying before, I mean, I think, we're fine with a few of these because they would still, it still makes sense for the current situation.
But I think I'd take Peter's point, I think, is for number one, you basically you make it a little harder. One makes it a little harder, right, than it is right now.
Right. And since we might end up changing it again,
you might have to go back.
Why not just not even deal with address number one right now?
How does one make it harder?
Well, because you're requiring a special permit.
Yeah. Because you're requiring a special permit. I mean, I think
It's just making the bylaw more complicated when it might just end up being changed within.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I could go either way on that. But I do think you'd probably change it somehow again, whether you add the rest of the town or whether you add it.
So let me ask you a question. So let's say if number one, we'll call it number one, if that wasn't special permit,
Yeah.
but number two, we still need to do so that it all stays in house with planning board. Otherwise, we still have that same conundrum that we have currently, and it doesn't. Why are we changing the zoning if right?
If you would like to watch the entire meeting, you can go over to our website, which is eastoncat.org, and search for the Finance Committee meeting. All right, so looking ahead for the weekend, we have a few events scheduled. October 3rd at Borderland State Park is the 3rd annual Glory Road Race. It starts at 10 a.m. You can register on racewire.com or go to gloryroadrace.com. All proceeds are going to benefit the Immaculate Conception Church right here in Easton. You can also head over to the Easton YMCA for their 3rd annual Antonio Volpe Bocce Tournament. You can go to eastonbocce.com for registration information. And then also coming up on Saturday at Stonehill College is a casino night. You can come and enjoy some appetizers and drinks and music and prizes. You can have fun playing some games like blackjack and Texas Hold'em. Your ticket price includes $1,000 in chips. Drinks will be served at a cash bar, and you can enter to win some grand prizes of a 40-inch flat screen TV and other raffle prizes, gift cards to many different places around their community. Unity Church of North Easton will be sharing all the proceeds of the casino night with the School on Wheels of Massachusetts. You can go to boston.eventful.com/events and search for the casino night at Stonehill College for more information. And then coming up on Sunday is the 42nd Annual NRT Craft and Harvest Fair. That's from 10 to 4. And also the annual Easton Fire Department Open House from noon to 3. They will be having a Jaws of Life demonstration happening around 2 o'clock. I actually went last year and saw it, and it was really, really cool. So 2 really great events happening here on Sunday. You can go to both of them, take the kids to these activities. And don't worry, the Patriots have a bye week this week, so they won't be playing. You won't be missing any Patriots football. So go to the Harvest Fair and to the open house over at the Fire Department on Lothrop Street. All right, and speaking of sports, our local Oliver Ames team schedules can be found at hockomocksports.com, which is always a great website to reference for highlights of teams, players, and leagues. They also give you up-to-the-date standings and statistics, complete with pictures and videos. So we have some save the dates for you coming up here in October. October 12th is the Children's Museum 11th Annual Play for Kids Golf Tournament. This is open to everyone in the community. Even if you're not a golfer, you can then join them afterwards for raffles and dinner at the awards reception. And there's going to be fireworks following the tournament. Tickets are $25 per person, and you can go to childrensmuseumineaston.org for more information on that. And then October 17th is the DJ Dream Fun 5K 10K that's going to be held over at Parkview Elementary School on Spooner Street. That starts at 9:30 in the morning. If you want more details or registration information, you can go to the djdreamfund.org. And then coming up next is Ross Moscato with Moscato's Musings.
Hi, I'm Ross Moscato. The news, the media are all busy with reporting and delivering to us information on the jockeying for the race for the White House, the 2016 presidential election. I lament that we are always in election cycle, it seems, in America. A continuous maneuvering for votes, and, especially in the case of races that involve a primary and a general election, where a candidate is required to appeal to one constituency and then to another. I suspect that in a give and take and an interplay between voter and candidate, much bold, commanding, and powerful leadership is lost. So many of our voters and so many of our candidates are complicit in this loss. Then again, things are really good here in the U.S., and we really don't require, and this is on the whole, of course, and we really don't require much more in the way of bold, commanding, and powerful leadership, or at least we think we don't. But I have to tell you, the fact is we do need it, and we needed it yesterday. Even if too many of us don't appreciate it now, our great nation, minute by minute, day by day, sustains injury and enervates in several areas on several levels. We have exceptional leaders, but not enough of them. Earlier today, I shared on Facebook a poem I adore, authored by Maya Angelou, one of history's true masters, virtuosos of poetry. Indeed, of the broad spectrum of writing. She's brilliant. The poem, titled Extravagant Spirits, is about the leaders and types of leadership of which we need more. Again, I adore this poem, I really do. And I want to share it with you, and so I will. Here it is, and I quote, "Without their fierce devotion, we are fragile and forlorn, stumbling briefly among the stars. We and our futures belong to them. Exquisitely, our beliefs and our breaths are made tangible in their love. By their extravagant spirits, they draw us from the safe borders and into the center of the center ring. There they urge dance upon our leaden feet, and to our sullen hearts, bright laughter. Not the crowd's roar, nor the gasped breath of the timorous can stay their mission. There is no moderation in their nature. They spit upon their fingers to test the wind of history. They slipped into our bonds and steal us away from the slavery of our cowardice. They skin back their thin lips over fanged teeth and rocks in hand, in our presence, face down our Goliaths. These mothers, fathers, pastors, and priests, these rabbis, imams, and gurus, teach us by their valor and mold us with their courage. Without their fierce devotion, we are only forlorn and only fragile, stumbling briefly among the stars, end quote. Beautiful and important, that poem. You can find it online if you do a search for the terms Maya Angelou and extravagant spirits. Thank you for watching.
All right, thank you, Ross. And that should do it for this week's Shoveltown Scoop. We'll see you here again next week. Have a great one. Bye, Easton.